like clocks, can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Leaving my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you.
Yo, what's up boys? Today I'm going to show you guys the top 5 new strats to use in Season 8. I'm going to show you all of the tips with the person who made the moves gameplay. I use these strategies in creative 1v1s against my friends, and they are all very useful to learn. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it and also subscribe. Comment down below and tell me if you liked any of these new tips. Enjoy. All the links of the players that made these strategies will be in the description. So the first strategy was made by a guy called Exalted. He basically just talks about how if you use the trusty number 2 or any other silent pickaxe when you're trying to replace someone's wall, it's almost impossible to tell which side you're replacing the wall from, rather than using scythe and them knowing exactly what wall you're placing.
It, but it's definitely pretty noticeable and you can really hear it and you're like, oh, that's a scythe pickaxe, but it's super loud whenever you switch to it. Super loud. Now, the problem with this is, and this is specifically in scrims, I guess almost not just scrims, but if you're playing, I guess, competitively, where you really want to win, you want to get the wall replaces, I highly suggest you don't use the pickaxe. Reason being is, let's say there's a person in a 1x1 here, right? And you're on top of them or whatever it might be. What a lot of players do is they'll jump, start one on the way down, and take the wall. It's a really quick maneuver. You can almost always get the wall. The problem is, when you have your shotgun out and you switch to your scythe and then start breaking the wall, they hear you pull out your scythe and they're like, oh, he's got his pickaxe out. He's going to try to replace my wall. Because why else would you have your pickaxe out if you weren't going to try to, unless you're going to try to pickaxe the player. The only other reason is mainly to take the wall. So that's kind of the main problem with it. When you're in scrims, everyone's boxed up all the time, just like rotating out, doing whatever they do. And when you're trying to take somebody's wall, they hear that sound and they will immediately start turbo building the wall, making your life much harder than it needs to be. Now, the point of this video is I kind of want to show you guys a couple quiet pickaxes that I highly suggest using if you have them, and a couple really loud pickaxes that when you're sweating or trying pretty hard, I highly suggest you don't use these.
After this, he just says that the good pickaxes to use are trusty number 2 and studded axe because they're quiet, and the bad ones to use is ones such as scythe and ACDC axe. This is definitely a good tip because if you can replace someone's wall, you can edit it and then kill them. The next tip was created by a guy called Shade. He managed to create a move where in the middle of a build fight, you place a ramp that the opponent thinks is theirs. I'm gonna play the clip and let you guys learn it yourselves.
Hey, that's pretty good.
This is an insane trick because there's almost nothing the opponent can do. The next tip is made by a guy called Twifo. He's very good with cones and you'll see in this video. I'm gonna let the clip roll. These techniques are very important for 1v1s in creative or high intensity build fights in pub games.
Why are you yelling?
Shut up, bitch.
Wait, this is not my stairs. Oops.
These cone strategies are really easy to learn and super effective, so I definitely recommend learning them. The next tip was created by a guy called Pakashi, but the dude in the video is called Martoz. He normally makes these building videos.
This is the reverse jump, so you go the other way, but a better version of this I'm about to show you right now. So first I'm going to show you guys it in a fast motion, and then I will explain everything. So this is the new one. This is much better in my opinion, because you get a lot higher than the reverse jump. With the reverse jump you would end like here. So the ramp would be like, oh, okay, I cannot show you, but the ramp would basically be like this. And with this new one, you're gonna be like that. You're gonna be much higher, 2 stories higher than the reverse jump. I will show you guys a few in-game examples right now. Peace out.
In my opinion, I think this is one of the easiest and most effective high ground methods. As you can see, it's a very good method to retake high ground or just take high ground in general. The last strat was made by a guy called Cynical Joker, but the player Exalted that we already covered earlier showed this on his YouTube channel.
So let's say you're in a position where you're build fighting your buddy, you open up the wall and you guys both do the pretty typical double ramp or double 90, and you end up in a position where you're both meeting at the same spot. Whoever gets the ramp over pretty much gets high ground. Now let's say in this situation I got the high ground over my buddy, and he's down here. Now what he's gonna do, one of 3 things. He's gonna go out the back and double 90 from here, he's gonna go out the side and double 90 from here, or he's gonna go out the other side and double 90 from here. He could also do that. Most of the time they don't. It just depends on the situation. But if you're fast enough, you won't have to worry about them doing a little side jump. So once you get up to high ground, you're going to immediately want to drop down and place a ramp on this side or the right side. Now this is kind of a 50-50 shot of guessing what side they're actually going to go to. Most of the time, like 80% of the time, they go towards the right or they go backwards. But this is amazing because when you drop your ramp down here, he's right there. He's like right he's like right there. I don't know if he's right there. And he's going to put a floor here, and he'll just walk right into you. You can get an easy box on him, and you can make an edit play, whatever you want to do. Now, let's say he ends up going backwards. Let's say he ends up going backwards. You're in this position again. You got high ground. And he's going to go out that way. You drop here, and you get an insane angle right on him. So here's the angle you're going to be looking at. Let's say he goes up. Even if he has double ramp, it doesn't really matter. Goes up to whatever it might be. You drop, and you have an insane angle on your opponent. Now, if you're in this situation and you realize that they went out this way, you're not really quite as lucky. You're just going to have to get creative there. So it's pretty much a 60% chance that you're going to absolutely destroy him and get some really...
That was the final tip I had to show for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and also tell me in the comments if you want me to make more educational videos or just highlight videos. Cheers.
Stick it.